Unprecedented heat waves are becoming increasingly common across the globe, with devastating consequences for human health and the environment. In Europe, these heat waves have led to the issuance of red warnings, indicating a high risk of death due to extreme temperatures. The severity of the situation cannot be overstated. Heat waves can lead to dehydration, heat exhaustion, and even death, particularly among vulnerable populations such as the elderly, young children, and those with pre-existing health conditions. As temperatures continue to rise, it is imperative that we take action to prevent further loss of life. The heat wave of 2003. The heat wave of 2003 was one of the deadliest in European history, with over 70,000 fatalities across the continent. The temperatures soared to record highs, with some areas reaching over 40 degrees Celsius. The extreme heat caused widespread droughts, wildfires, and crop failures, leading to billions of dollars in economic losses. The elderly and those with pre-existing health conditions were particularly vulnerable to the effects of the heat. Hospitals and morgues were overwhelmed, and emergency services struggled to cope with the number of heat-related illnesses and deaths. The heat wave served as a wake-up call for governments and individuals to take preventative measures against future heat waves. The effects of heat on the human body. Heat waves can have a serious impact on the human body, leading to dehydration, heat exhaustion, and in severe cases, heat stroke. As the body's core temperature rises, it can cause damage to organs such as the brain, heart, and kidneys. In fact, according to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, CDC, extreme heat is responsible for more deaths than any other weather-related hazard in the United States. In addition to physical symptoms, heat waves can also exacerbate existing health conditions such as cardiovascular disease and respiratory illnesses. The elderly, young children, and those with chronic medical conditions are particularly vulnerable to the effects of extreme heat. It is important to take measures to stay cool and hydrated during heat waves to prevent heat-related illness and death. Red warnings in Europe. Red warnings are the highest level of warning issued by the European Heat Wave Warning System. They are issued when there is a high risk of death or serious illness due to the heat. These warnings are issued based on a combination of factors, including temperature, humidity, and duration of the heat wave. When a red warning is issued, it means that people should take immediate action to protect themselves from the heat, such as staying indoors in air-conditioned spaces and drinking plenty of fluids. Preventative measures. One of the most effective measures to prevent deaths during heat waves is to stay hydrated. Drinking enough water and other fluids can help regulate body temperature and prevent dehydration, which is a common cause of heat-related illnesses. Another important measure is to stay cool. This can be achieved by staying in air-conditioned buildings or using fans, wearing light-colored and loose-fitting clothing, and avoiding strenuous activities during the hottest parts of the day. In conclusion, the threat of unprecedented heat waves and red warnings in Europe is a serious matter that requires immediate action. As we have seen from the heat wave of 2003, the effects of extreme heat on the human body can be deadly, and it is important to take preventative measures to avoid such tragedies. Red warnings are issued in Europe to alert people of the severity of the situation, and it is crucial to heed these warnings and take appropriate actions. This includes staying hydrated, avoiding prolonged exposure to the sun, and seeking medical attention if necessary. We have also seen that successful preventative measures can make a significant difference in reducing the number of deaths during heat waves. By implementing measures such as cooling centers, public education campaigns, and urban planning strategies, we can help protect vulnerable populations and prevent unnecessary deaths. It is up to all of us to take action and prioritize the health and safety of ourselves and our communities. Let us work together to prevent heat wave deaths and ensure a safer, healthier future for all.